What's up, Warriors? Are you homesteading? Are you living on the land and have plenty of opportunity to better yourself? Homesteading, bushcraft, first aid, self defense, preparedness. Here's some reasons why I think you should be doing so. Let's get into it. Welcome back, Warriors. Welcome back to the Warriors Collection Network. Today we're talking about homesteading, bushcraft, prepping, first aid, self defense, all those things. All those things you should be dabbling into and gaining knowledge from to better yourself and to be a better asset for you and your family, right? Um, Went to an event a couple of weeks ago called the Georgia Bushcraft, and I learned so much. A lot of things that I didn't know. Um, Very new to this whole type of this style of living. As you guys know, lived in the city all my life. Don't know very much about fishing, hunting, prepping, bushcraft. None of that. I do know military, tactical things of self defense. I know that stuff, but this whole thing is so different. So we went to that and took a lot of classes, met a lot of people, picked a lot of brains, and on the way home, I realized that this that event is something that anyone that is living in their own property, whether whether you're out in the country or even if you're in the city, you should know these things if you're wanting to become self-sustainable, right? If you're wanting to be responsible for your own protection, if you're wanting to be responsible for growing your own food, if you're wanting to be responsible for prepping and making sure your family has what it needs to survive if something was to collapse, those things, everything that that I went to during that event was so important. So if you're a homesteader, I would implore you, encourage you to go and learn something about bushcraft. Learn how to go and forage through the woods to find different herbs, different mushrooms, and be able to bring that stuff back and use. Learn different um, plants that might have medicinal benefits to them, so you can cut out the hospital. And that's one of my biggest things. I want to be able to, find things on my own property that I can use, whether it's making a tincture or some kind of tea or what else? Some kind of ointment. I want to learn that stuff so I can apply it to myself so I don't have to worry about putting fake chemicals into my body to fix one issue and now bring up another issue. I don't want that. So first aid, learning the first aid. Sorry about that. Learning first aid. That should be another big thing that we should all be learning. If you again live far away from the hospital, you want to be able to, assist, provide medical assistance to yourself or whoever needs medical assistance with whatever's going on. You don't want to be, I don't know what to do. Let's try to get to the hospital. Time is not on your side, depending on what the situation is. Time may not be on your side. So it's good to have medical supplies. It's good to have medical supplies, right? And it's good to know what those medical supplies are used for. I saw a guy. He was able to. He was able to sew himself up with a needle, and he was able to do that. One, I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that yet, but I want to get to that point where I'm strong enough to do that. If I had a big cut on myself or my family member got a big cut on them, I want to be able to sew that up, right? Deer butchering. Uh, we have it. It's deer season, and I am ready to get a deer, and I want to process it on my own land. I want to process it myself, so I don't have to pay someone else to do it. These are valuable skills to learn, life life skills, right? These are valuable things that you should know, especially if you're a homesteader. I feel like you should be covering everything. Bushcraft, again, bushcraft, first aid, self defense. Let's say because a lot of people are saying, a lot of people are coming to the country because they want to get away from the city and they feel like everything's going to collapse, right? So if everything collapsed and then people start leaving the city and start looking for food and shelter and all that, how are you going to defend your property? If violent people are coming, right? How are you going to defend if you don't know how to defend? You should be taking these classes and um, reading up on this stuff, doing these things, practicing these things. What else? Beekeeping. We're gonna be doing beekeeping here next spring. We're gonna get into that. So we shouldn't just isolate ourselves in one category. I'm a prepper. I don't need to know homesteading or foraging or bushcraft. I don't need to. This is what I do. No, you should do it all. I'm a homesteader. I don't need to know foraging, bushcrafting, first aid, self-defense, butchering. I don't need to know any of that. No, you should definitely know all of that, and that it goes on. It goes on. So it doesn't matter if I think I'm getting a little sun in here, but it doesn't matter if um, what you want to label yourself as or what category you're in. You should be learning everything that you can and passing that information on so you can better yourself and be a better asset for your community and your family. All right. So just a little message for you to think up on and ask yourself, what can I get stronger in? What do I not know? You know, do I need honey? There's so many health benefits to honey. Should we be keeping bees? Uh, do I know how to butcher my own food? I've been hunting for a while, but I've never really butchered my own food. Should I be learning that? You should. Can I forage in the woods? Do I know how to set up a camp in the woods? Do I know what to look for in the woods? If you don't, you should be learning bushcraft, all that stuff. So, with that being said, guys, I hope this video was insightful, inspirational, right? And I hope that it will give you a different outlook on how you view what you're doing in your life and what you and your family are doing as one. So, again, get out there, do something, go learn something. If you're not learning or trying new things, you are dying. Don't die. Go learn something, right? Go learn something. All right, folks. So, with that being said, this is the Warriors Collection Network. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. Tell a friend, tell a family member. We're here. We're learning together. Well, and definitely, I'm definitely, whenever I do get a deer, definitely doing a video on it because first time hunting, right? When we do our fishing, first time doing that, we're gonna do a video. So all this stuff I am learning and I'm bringing it to you. So in case there's someone like me out there that doesn't know how to do any of it and has second thoughts about jumping into this, hey, go ahead and jump into it. The video content is here, all right? This is the Warrior on the Warriors Collection Network. So, with that being said, guys, have a great day, have a great week. Make sure you check out the podcast. We got episodes coming. It's been a nice little break. Not really a break, but we had so much going on. Make sure you check out the podcast, the video podcast episodes, and the audio if you're looking into the audio side. Also, check out the store, www.warriorscollectionbrand.com. You know, support, support, support. And that's it. Y'all have a great one. We out.